Welcome. 10 in the head, coming back to you. Hosted by Nick Faber, as you saw in our new intro, looking great. We're trying to avoid rain out here in Spain. But 10 topics, 10 minutes. Let's get right to it. Number one, what NFL team produces two running backs that have the potential to be top 20 running backs at the end of the 2017 fantasy football season? First shout out's got to go to the team that did it last year in Atlanta with Tevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman. Both of them have the ability to be stud running backs and could easily finish in your top 20 running backs at the end of the year. Number two shout out is New Orleans, Adrian Peterson, Mark Ingram. I don't know who's going to be the best running back out of those two, as we mentioned in 10 in the heads before, but they both have the potential to be top 20 running backs, and on the same team, New Orleans could use that. And then number three, my dark horse, Detroit, Amir Abdullah, Theo Riddick, both pass-catching running backs, can also run in the tackles. If they stay healthy, they both have a very good chance of being good running backs this year in PPR formats. Number two, what rookie running backs are we high on this year? Now, if you've listened to 10 in the Head or if you've read any of my articles, you'll know that I am not high on rookie running backs at all. Now, I do like Leonard Fournette, and I do like Joe Mixon. Fournette will have the ability to, get the touches in Jacksonville that he needs to produce as a top 15 running back in the league. Joe Mixon has the athleticism to be a stud running back on a team that is looking for a running back to take him over the hump. We thought it'd be Jeremy Hill. After 2 years, it's just not been. He's been awful. Believe me, I've drafted him. Not good. And Gio's he's a pass-catching running back, in my opinion. So I do like Joe Mixon. Two dark horses I do like out of these. Jamal Williams from Green Bay, Marlon Mack from Indy. Both have potential to be stud rookie running backs. Maybe not from the very beginning, not from the get-go, but come week 8, we'll see. They could be starting for their respective teams. But number three, how will Washington's running backs fare in 2017? Now, we've already talked about Seattle, Minnesota, New Orleans, and 10 in the Head. Today, we're going to tackle Washington's running back situation. Now, Chris Thompson is the third guy in that wheel, but I do like him. He has the potential to be a stud if given the opportunity. The rookie Samaje Perine is showing a lot of promise and has, again, the ability to be a very good running back on a team that doesn't run the ball a lot. But Rob Kelly, the number one, he is being drafted as the number one running back. He is the number one running back. We can't shy away from him. Rob Kelly is probably going to lead the team in fantasy points via the running back position. So Rob Kelly, Washington's number one running back, will finish the year that way as well. Number four. Sticking with the Redskins, how is Terrell Pryor going to finish the season? Now, he's working out with AB and Randy Moss. He showed glimpses of stardom in Cleveland, of all teams, last year, and now signed a 1-year deal to Washington to show his worth. And I like him. I like him this year a lot. He is on a team that throws the ball almost more than anyone in the league and has been since Jay Gruden started there. Kirk Cousins is doing the same thing Pryor's doing, is showing his worth, and another 1-year franchise tagged contract. But both of those players are going to want to just get Washington to the playoffs again like they were in 2015, and this time actually win a game. So I like Pryor's fantasy numbers this year if he stays healthy. But number 4, no, not number 4, we're on number 5 now. Should we be buying in on Tyreek Hill? Another wide receiver, being drafted early rounds, showed the X factor promise that the Chiefs had back when they had Dante Hall. Tyreek Hill could be the real deal. Much like David Johnson in the end of 2015, going into 2016, he just showed great numbers in the last half of the season almost. Same with Tyreek Hill this year. Now, I'm not saying Tyreek Hill needs to be a number 1 draft pick like I was saying that David Johnson needed to be last year, but Tyreek Hill should be on your radar. He is a stud amongst young receivers, and Alex Smith is basically out of a job after this year, in my opinion, so he's going to be letting it all hang out, and that's just going to be gold for Tyreek Hill. You should be trying everything you can to get Tyreek Hill on your team. I almost like him better than Terrell Pryor at the end of the year, but both of these guys I think will finish in 10-11 or 11-12 in wide receiver rankings at the end of the year. But yes, I do like Tyreek Hill, so make sure you are doing everything you can to get him. But we'll go on to number 6. What is the best spot to draft from when drafting? Now, you can like the 1 spot. You can get your David Johnson. Wait a ton, come back, and go with, Doug Baldwin, Keenan Allen, Rob Gronkowski maybe if he falls through 2 rounds. But it's risky. It's very risky. Then you have like your 3-4 position, and you're almost forced to get certain players in the first 1, 2, 3 rounds. For me, I personally love the 10 spot. I got sleepers for days in the first 2 rounds coming there. Then 3 and 4 back to me after waiting not that long, a little bit, but not that long. There's just sleepers available at that position, and it makes my team look flawless, in my opinion. So as I've mocked through 1 through 12, I've found that 10 spot, 9 spot are my favorite. First round, be reaching for Devontae Freeman, Melvin Gordon. On the back, you can be getting maybe Jordy Nelson, Amari Cooper, Michael Thomas. And that right there, those are studs for your running back 1 and wide receiver 1. You could even go, Jay Ajayi and then Melvin Gordon, or vice versa. Like, you could have the two good running backs on your team. So 10 spot, that's where I would recommend trying to go from. But number 7, which quarterback is most likely to make you draft another quarterback at the end of your draft? It's a tough question. Poorly worded, but Ben Roethlisberger with his home and away stats are facts. He's just not good on the road. I don't want Roethlisberger as my only quarterback if I end up drafting him. I don't think he's a bad quarterback, but I definitely want someone else for weeks that he's on the road. Tyrod Taylor, Cam Newton run the ball a lot, and that's always scary. Once they leave the pocket, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, so does Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota, but I have trust in those two more than I do Tyrod Taylor, Cam Newton. So if I get Newton Taylor, then I'll be drafting a second quarterback. If I get Winston Mariota, who I also like to run, I'll be sticking with them. I'll see how that goes. But number 8, toss-up. Phil Rivers, Dak Prescott, Matt Stafford, all being drafted in the 10th round right now, ADP. Who do we like? Who I don't like, Dak Prescott out of them all. Sophomore slump scares me. Who I do like, Phil Rivers. He's got way more options than Stafford does. Way more options that have shown their worth already. Stafford, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope he's the best quarterback in the league. But in my opinion, if I'm looking at those 3 quarterbacks, I'm trying to take Rivers over Matty Stafford. So that's my toss-up number 8. Number 9, toss-up. Julian Edelman or Michael Crabtree. Now, both of these are wide receiver 2 slated, and both of them are going in the late 4th round. Who do you prefer? I honestly like Julian Edelman over Michael Crabtree, just for the fact that there's the potential that Tom Brady can get the ball to everyone, and it's Tom Brady. Derek Carr, coming off of an injury, had a solid year last year, and there's nothing wrong with Michael Crabtree, but I love Edelman. And then number 10, our late-round flyer, as always. I don't understand where Tyler Boyd lost his mojo, but he played in 16 games. He did all right. He wasn't the sleeper that everyone wanted him to be, but he's dropped off of everyone's rankings this year, so we need to be understanding that Tyler Boyd is going to be a sleeper stud this year. John Ross isn't going to take away that many targets from him. Sure, they got Eifert back, and they do have A.J. Green, but Dalton will get the ball to Boyd. So make sure you are doing what you can to get him in the last round of the draft, because he has the potential to be a breakout star. But there you go, 10 topics, 10 in the head. We appreciate you listening. Thank you so much. Have a good one, guys.